Hey, what's up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing the IWC, and today we may be actually exposing the IWC for a change. I might need to change my name. My name on Twitter, on YouTube, makes it seem that I do stuff that I don't actually do that much of, honestly. Every once in a while, I'll call out the IWC, but not enough for the channel to be that. So I might be going through a branding change here soon. We'll see. I'm kind of lazy. Probably won't happen anytime soon, but I'm thinking about it. But anyway, we're here to talk about recent comments from the Eradicator, Mommy Rhea Ripley, in regard to what she's seeing online from women wrestling fans. Now, she specifically calls out women's wrestling fans. I'm a fan of women's wrestling, so maybe we'll find out if this applies to me or not. I'm gonna give an honest take, an honest response to her tweet. If you have a problem with that, this may not be the best stream for you, but we'll see what she says, because she's addressing women's wrestling fans, and I consider myself one of those. But we'll see. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. What's up, Anthony? What's up, David? What's up, Maya? Hope all is well. So what exactly did she say? About 12:30, so right around lunch, she's probably eating some lunch, having a sandwich. She saw some tweet. Something triggered her, I'm sure. And she decided to go to Twitter. Now, Rhea Ripley sees all and knows all online. And she's not the only one. In fact, I'll go as far to say any wrestler that says he or she is not online and not seeing what people say is lying. These wrestlers search their name. They see what is said about them all the time. I've had tweets that I put out where a wrestler will like it. I'm like, the only way you can know that I tweeted that is if you search your name. They do it all the time. I would probably do it too. It's hard to resist. I mean, Cerise searches her name. A lot of other Joshis search their name. Adam Pearce searches his name. Even the men, Adam Copeland searches his name. All of them know what's going on. Even recently, Becky Lynch on Raw had a promo that was very much about the online reaction to what happened last year, and it's clear based on that promo that she's paying attention about what is said about her online. So they're aware, they see it all. Okay, Rhea Ripley, she lives on the internet, she sees everything. So somebody fired off some type of tweet, I'm sure, and she got triggered, and she had this to say: "Women's wrestling fan, that's me. I'm a women's wrestling fan. Women deserve better." They do say that a lot. In same breath, she's sleeping with her boss. That's why she's where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. Now, all those responses I've seen, she's not wrong. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as women's wrestlers. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into this great degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. Okay. Strong words from the Eradicator there. Now, so she says several things here. You should retire. She doesn't deserve it. Luckily, she didn't say what I say about her. So in jest, as a joke, I playfully say that Rhea Ripley is Triple H's daughter. All right. Because why do I say that? Well, back in Australia, when they went to Australia for the Chamber, there was a radio show they were on, and Triple H said that like a proud dad watching Rhea Ripley. So ever since he said he was a proud dad, I jokingly said that Rhea Ripley is Triple H's daughter. Luckily, she didn't mention that, so maybe I'm in the clear. Might be in the clear. But anyway, all joking aside, I've seen people say that Rhea Ripley is sleeping with Triple H. I've seen that. People have said that Charlotte Flair should retire. I've seen people say the other women should retire. And these are also women's wrestling fans. No, these are also, most of them, I believe, are actually women saying this, to be honest with you. She doesn't deserve it. That's every wrestler that people say that about, right? That's every wrestler. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I see that a lot of time too. I hope she gets injured. Yeah, that's a crazy one. That's like really like, well, all of them are crazy, but that in particular is like, I've seen it. I've seen that a lot. Okay. The next line she says, "You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as women's wrestlers." Now, what you'll see in the response to this tweet. So first of all, I got no problem with her saying this. I got no problem with it. I get where this is coming from. I don't know how these women are on Twitter or the internet. Some of the stuff that is said about these women online it goes beyond pro wrestling. It goes beyond promo skills. It goes beyond creative. I don't know how you can search your name as a woman wrestler, because some of the shit I see is kind of crazy. And sometimes I get shit online for stuff I say, and I'm a nobody. So imagine if I'm getting crap from the IWC sometimes, imagine what she's seeing. So I can sympathize with the fact that she's getting a lot of crap online. It's visible. All you gotta do is search her name. You see the shit that's said. It gets kind of wild, okay? So from that respect, you give her a pass no matter what. Like she's frustrated. She sees a lot of shit online, a lot of awful crap, so on and so forth, right? A lot of the time, when it comes to these women's wrestling fans, not so much that they want or think women deserve better. A lot of the time, it's more about wanting their faves to get more stuff, right? That's this reality situation. They're more supporting their faves and less about women in general. Because if you cared about women's wrestling, you wouldn't say some of the stuff you say online. You wouldn't say that. You would make it clear you're talking about creative and Triple H, but no, you talk about the talent. You take it out on Rhea Ripley. You take it out on Charlotte Flair. You take it out on Becky Lynch. That's this reality situation. Should she be online reading this stuff? I would say no, because like I said before, it's too much. It's way too much negativity about these women online. Men in general, men and women, but if you're a woman, it's like, physical appearance, sex jokes, talking about their ass, their breast, stuff like that. Now, someone will say, "Hey, you're leaning into it. You're embracing your sexuality. You're pushing it to the forefront. So of course we can talk about it." There's a difference between talking about somebody's assets and then insinuating that they're sleeping with the boss, or insinuating some other shit, or saying you want to have sex with them in being weird online. You know what I'm talking about. It's very easy not to be weird. It's very easy not to be weird, okay? You can compliment someone, "Oh, she looks good," without being a creep or being a weirdo, okay? It's not that hard, I promise you. It's really not that hard. Stan culture is the worst. I agree with that. And a lot of the hate these women get online is stemmed from stan culture. My fave is being done wrong, so I'm gonna shit on that talent. My fave should be champion, so I'm gonna shit on that talent. Look no further than Becky Lynch last year. Becky Lynch won the world title after Rhea Ripley put the title down because she got injured and she got attacked. A lot of those people that attacked her were Liv Morgan stans. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, not lying here. We all know the truth. Liv Morgan fans thought that it was her time, and they were upset that Becky got the belt. Started calling her Becky Hogan, so on and so forth. And Rhea Ripley got some shit too, but Becky Lynch referenced that in her promo on Monday. A great promo, by the way. Great promo. She referenced that. The reaction from online. She said it clearly. Online reaction. A lot of that came from Liv Morgan's stance. It's a reality situation. I'm not lying. It's clear and obvious. Now, the last paragraph, if you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. Now, she's talking to people who are degrading women. So I can't have a problem with her saying that. Like, if you're online degrading these women, then she can shit on you all day long. She made it clear she's talking about, she says, if you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading women, successful women. So, okay, she's not talking about all the fans. So, like, why are you getting upset? If you're upset by that statement, you think she's talking about you. And if she's talking about you, it's because you're online talking shit. So I don't have a problem with that statement. I'm not triggered at all. It's fine. Women deserve better. That line applies to not only women getting shitted on online, it applies to women getting more creative, better creative, more storylines, more time, So not so much. So when she says women deserve better and successful women, a lot of the time people think, oh, when I say women deserve better, I'm talking about people who are on the mid card or not getting as much time as you. You can't complain, Rhea Ripley, because you're getting all the love and the time and the storylines and the championship reigns. No, when people say women deserve better, they're not just talking about TV time. They're talking about creative storylines, match time. Hell, when Rhea Ripley was left off SummerSlam card not too long ago, fans complained. When Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus match was pushed to Payback, it wasn't on SummerSlam, people complained. So that's where that comes from. I don't have a problem with Rhea Ripley saying this at all. Does it matter what she says? Is it going to affect anything? No. She should get off the internet more often, probably, for her own sanity. But her firing off this tweet every once in a while, I'm not going to get upset about it. It's fine. Like, if you're upset by this, she's probably talking about you. This all stems thoughts. I'll read some messages now. This all stems from Rhea Ripley at Io Sky's belt at the end of the Raw, basically getting another rematch. Everybody was upset about that. She's in the top picture after losing twice. This is not where that stems from. She's been getting shit like this for a while now. Somebody insinuated that she was sleeping with Triple H, I think it was last year, and she tweeted about that. But this line here, which she says, sleeping with the boss, talking about her. That's a line that was said about her not too long ago. But yeah, it's not a now thing. She's been dealing with it for a while now. When I criticize the Rhea Ripley character, I make it clear I'm talking about the character, which means I have a problem with the booking sometimes. I have a problem with Triple H. I make it clear that I'm never discussing or having an issue with the talent. The talent is not at fault. When I talk about the creative team or I talk about booking, I'm talking about Triple H and his creative team. That's the problem that I have sometimes with her booking, not the talent. Rhea Ripley is great. She can do all the things she wants to do. It's resonating with the fans. She leans into her sex appeal. He pushes that to the forefront. I don't got a problem with that. Now, some people do. Some people do have a problem with it. I saw some people criticize her for like insinuating that she may be bisexual because she's always being very playful in that manner with the other women. People have a problem with that. Some people have a problem with her pushing her assets to the forefront. I don't have a problem with it. A lot of talent do it, and it's resonating. The fans love her. They look no further than Saya Kamatani, the biggest star in Stardom right now, the top of the food chain, the world champion in Stardom, has come out and said that she's inspired by Rhea Ripley. She's inspired by mommy. What can you say? What can you say to that? Like, she's resonating across the world with different talent. Wrestlers, fans, like, what can you say? It's working. They love it. They love her. So what can you really say about her? What's she doing? As long as she's not hurting anybody, she's not hurting anyone, she's not talking shit about anyone, she's not being offensive, she's not hurting anyone's feelings, she's not attacking anyone, she's not being racist or sexist or anything like that. Ultimately, she's not doing anything wrong, really. So she's free to do what she wants to do. I don't have a problem with any of that. And like I said before, she's just resonating with everybody. It's kind of crazy what's happening here. It really is. The message is 100% correct. More generally, though, the blurring of the lines between booking critiques and actual hate often makes it hard to critique booking without being jumped on by stance. That's true. That's another good comment there. Sometimes when I talk about the booking, they think I'm talking about the talent. Look no further than when I said that I don't believe that Sayaka Carrara should be in the main event scene right now. I don't love the storyline, and to be fair, I was critiquing her in ring, but I don't mean anything by it. I don't have a problem with her. She seemed like a lovely person, but her fans got mad and attacked me online. I mean, it is what it is. I'm talking about the in ring. The in ring is all fair game. You want to talk about her in ring? Fine. You want to talk about her promo skills? Fine. But don't go beyond that. Keep it in the profession of wrestling. promo skills, work rate, whatever, fine. Once you start talking about personal shit and their looks, that's when it gets a little too much. Hey, what's up, Russell Kid? Those dummies online, like, their problems is they. Let me read that again, David. Those dummies online, like, their problem is they criticize her and not her booking. Left my ass off, but they choose to hate on her. Yeah, they don't hate the booking, they hate on her. It gets kind of weird. They don't know how to properly critique the creative team. So it comes off like they're saying, Rhea Ripley sucks, get her out of here, I'm sick of her. No, you're sick of the booking, but sometimes we're all guilty of it. We can all be guilty of criticizing the character or criticizing the talent without making it clear you're talking about the character. Like, for example, I'll put myself on Front Street. I don't love Jey Uso's booking. Now, is he going out there making the eating and no, it's Triple H. It's a Triple H decision to have him go out there and eat for the first 10 minutes of the show. Do I love it? No, but it's not his fault. The crowd loves it. Triple H sees the crowd reacting. It's smart what he's doing from a fan's perspective of the crowd, sure. As a viewer at home, I don't love it, but not Jey Uso's fault. But sometimes when I am articulating that critique, I don't make it clear that I'm not talking about Jey Uso. So it can come across like I just hate him. No, I don't love the way Triple H handles you sometimes is what's going on there. But yeah, Triple H is the main problem. I agree. You have a problem with their booking, it's mainly a Triple H thing. What else are people saying? Let me see what the IWC said to this tweet, by the way. The IWC's reaction, mostly people are agreeing with her and backing her. I saw Saraya come out and respond. I saw a lot of accounts agree and co-sign. Now look at this guy look at this Walt here. Look at Walt. Look at human. He says he's human. Let's see what he says. Start wrestling normally first without using your body parts as an attraction. Start wrestling normally? What is that supposed to mean? Doesn't wrestle normally? I don't understand the comment. Basically saying that she's showing off her assets and that's a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, not the only one who does it. It's weird. Like, what are you talking about? What does that have to do with what she's saying here? Sleeping with the boss, should retire, don't deserve it. I think Rhea Ripley has proven herself in the ring and as a performer. So I think this comment is out of bounds. To those who find it hard to understand my point. Okay, thank you for the clarification here. The way she pins her opponents. Okay, that is, I agree. That is sexual innuendos there. The ass claps she delivers. Okay. And the way she presses her ass against their faces. Women's wrestling has evolved from what it was in the 90s. Sorry if that truth bothers you. Women's wrestling has evolved. I don't see how any of this is an issue or what it had to do with her original comment about people saying she should get injured or she doesn't deserve it or hand everything. I don't think she even went that route with her looks or that. Yeah, that's a different point. He's making a different point. Like I said before, the talent are free to lean into their sex appeal. It sells, it works. They'd be dumb not to if they want to do that. I mean, what are we talking about here? It's common sense to do that. If it works and it's working for her and she's not hurting anyone's feelings and not like she can't wrestle. She goes out there and does good job in the ring. So no one's had a problem with that. It'd be one thing if she wasn't wrestling and the only thing appealing about her was her assets. You can say, okay, well, there's women who are more talented in the ring who are not getting an opportunity because of this woman's looks. You can go that route, but we're not talking about that with Rhea Ripley. So what? I don't understand. Am I off? I think she saw the AI picture. I didn't see that picture. It's an AI picture of her. There's a lot of AI pictures of her as Hogan, as her with Triple H. I've seen a lot of stuff. So I stopped taking the IWC seriously when I saw Bianca fans saying Triple H doesn't value her and she should go. Who said that? I believe you. I believe you. Did she go to AW or Japan? I've seen it. I'm sure. I'm sure she said that, or someone said that. I'm sure that doesn't surprise me one bit. Not one bit. So yeah, okay. Rhea Ripley, address the fans. I don't have a problem with it. I think it is okay to do that. I don't think it'll mean anything because it's online. It'll go in one ear and out the other. They'll see it. You'll get a lot of okay, good on you, Rhea Ripley, and then it'll go back to what they always do, shitting on the talent, and it's just a reality situation. That's just a reality situation. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna have to move on from that unless you guys have anything else to say. Another problem is that these people don't realize how good she is in the ring, but her booking has brainwashed them and think she's just popular. Some people feel that way. Some people feel that she's just popular, she's not that good. She's very good in the ring. She's very good. Even if she's not an S tier, she's very good in the ring and deserves her spot. Fans are biased and they lack reason sometimes. When their favorite, I'm referring to the tweet, that comment just put about Bianca Belair and how they say that Triple H doesn't value her. Triple H values Bianca Belair. He does. I would not want that position he has to juggle talent. I could never be put in that position to decide who should get a push, who should be champion, who should win that match. It's a tough job. Keeping everybody happy, keeping the right people hot. It's very, very hard to do that job. I'm not going to lie, okay? I think Bianca Belair is fine. She's fine. Now, as a Bianca Belair fan, was I upset when she didn't wrestle that much? Yes, I was. But she got a good match against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, a high position. She's valued by Triple H for sure. I mean, she's on the commercials, she's on the posters. It's very hard to juggle talent and decide who's going to be champion when and where and how. It's very tough. I'm not going to lie. Now, does that mean that he's above criticism? No, I'll criticize him all the time. I shit on his booking all the time. I constantly shit on his booking. But in reality, it's hard to do it. I'm confused about that take. I'm confused. Bianca Belair's fingers, she's still not ready to go. It sucks. She's going to be out. Okay, speaking of talent, let's talk about the draft. I'm done talking about NXT talent going up to the main roster. I'm just going to wait until the draft. It's useless. It's useless talking about it. People are speculating about Roxanne and Julia and all these people. Just stop. Well, I'm going to stop. No more commentary from me about call-ups. It's a waste of time. Let's talk about that main event of Raw. What the hell was that? Some people were confused, and so was I. You saw a match where Roxanne and Julia faced Rhea Ripley and Io. Now, I thought that it was very possible that Roxanne and Io would, well, not Roxanne and Io, Roxanne and Julia would win the match because they've been they've been brought up to the main roster for a few matches. And I thought, okay, if they're staying on the main roster, maybe we give them a win here. If anything, the result has made me pause. Because I thought that, yeah, you know what? They're going to call them up. But now at that result, I'm not so sure. And now I'm just done talking about it. I'm just not going to talk about it. Russell Votes came out and said that the draft is going to happen sometime before SummerSlam. I could have told you that. I could have told you that. Sometime before SummerSlam, there'll be a draft. Sure. I believe that Julia or Stephanie could stay in NXT very much. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I think Stephanie and Julia could stay in NXT. I think Stephanie may want to work on her English a little bit more, and so would Julia. So I'm not going to call for any call-ups here. I'm done predicting anything. I'm just going to wait till the draft. If it's after Money in the Bank, fine. That's probably what it's going to be. We'll just wait for the draft, see what happens. But I think Julia and Stephanie could stay in NXT. The only person that I'm sure is going up is Roxanne, simply because she's talking to Finn Balor. I don't see why they would have her backstage talking to Finn over and over again if there was no plan for a call up. She's going up. Everybody else, who knows? We'll just wait till draft. I'm done talking about it. I'm done predicting it. I'm done saying, oh, she called up. We don't know shit. Let's just wait for the draft. This is the latest the draft is coming in a while, I feel. And I believe a part of that is because they're waiting for SmackDown to go to 2 hours. Because once SmackDown goes to 2 hours, the brand split will be different. Because Raw will have more talent because Raw is the longer show. So I think they're waiting for the 2 hour change for SmackDown, and then they'll sort out the draft. But maybe we'll see. I don't know. You want to know who Triple H doesn't value? Candice LeRae. Well, she's not booked as well as others, for sure. What do you think will be the main event of Evolution 2? Well, assuming it's going to happen, and at this point, I think it will happen. Main event of Evolution 2, it depends. Is Evolution 2 coming after the draft? Thing about Evolution, a lot of the time you would think they're going to bring in some celebs. Not celebs, that's the wrong word. Some legends is the word I'm looking for. Bring in some legends. So Nikki Bella, maybe even Ronda Rousey. You never know. So because of that element, Trish Stratus, Lita, because of that element of the legends, I'm not sure what the main event will be. If you ignore the legends, ignore the veterans in that respect, I would say Rhea Ripley is a decent bet, simply because they're building towards it now. They're teasing it now. Maybe that's the main event of the show. Or like Bianca's injured, so I don't know when she's going to be back. Ignoring brand split, I say Bianca Rhea, something like that, or Bianca Charlotte, or like, yeah, just ignoring the brand split, I say Bianca Rhea, but I can't do that. So I'll say Rhea Ripley for now. Rhea. I think Julia could still be in NXT for all I know. Not convinced. I'm not convinced. Ronda Lyra? Nah. I said on Twitter that I believe that Rhea I thought was first going to be at SummerSlam. Now I don't know. Guys, there's a lot of damn PLEs. A lot of PLEs before SummerSlam. Money in the Bank. Night of Champions. You would think EO will probably defend on Night of Champions. And there's a Saturday Night Main Event. There's also another PLE that I'm forgetting to mention right now. What's the other one? Am I going crazy? I said Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, Evolution. Duh. So the three of them. Am I supposed to believe that EO won't face Rhea Ripley at none of those shows? Not at Evolution, not at Money in the Bank, not at Champions? It's possible, but so far we have seen no indicator of that. What we've seen is teasing of EO and Rhea. That's what we've seen. They're teasing that match over and over again. So until I see something else, I have to believe that her first title defense will be against Rhea Ripley. And if that's the case, we need interference to stop that. I don't think EO is pinning Rhea Ripley again. So whenever they have a pinfall in their match, Rhea will be champion. So maybe have a DQ, something like that, whatever. But I don't believe EO will pin her again. She pinned her so many times. I don't think they're going to have that happen again. So next time they have a one-on-one with no interference, Rhea will be champion. I think. But what do I know? It's all a guess. There's Saturday Night Main Event, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, yep. Another Saturday Night Main Event, yep. And then Evolution, yep. A lot of shows for Io Sky to have defenses. There's things they could do. Bring in Asuka, bring in Kairi Sane. There's ways to extend it. What will Rhea be doing? I don't know. Maybe the draft will work that out. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. You'll get all main roster titles and maybe Stephanie defending on Evolution. Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. Some legends. Yeah, it'd be fun. What's up, Pedro? With that Becky promo on Raw, she may be the one who may take the title off Io. Io and Becky never had a real program. I can see that match, sure. What is Rhea doing though? That's my question. If you're gonna have Becky chase Io, what is Rhea doing? I don't know. Rhea Ripley, she books so strong. That's the thing. She books so strong. It's hard to imagine a talent being placed against her because of how strong she's booked. Who is the woman who's a heel that can be booked strong enough to be a challenge for her? Nia Jax, she's on SmackDown. Heel Bianca Belair, sure, she's on SmackDown. Charlotte Flair, she's on SmackDown. All the potential opponents that Triple H can book against her with size and strength that he wouldn't mind beating her up on SmackDown. You're not gonna do Asuka Rhea Ripley. You're not gonna do not gonna do Kairi Rhea Ripley. You're not gonna do Rhea Zoe Stark. So what are you gonna do? Roxanne? You just had her get pinned, or not pinned. You had her lose all the time on Raw. The fans were quiet. You notice that? During the main event, well, the fans were crap all day that day. All of Raw, they were crap. But you noticed during that main event, they were quiet for all of Julia's offense. They were quiet for all of Roxanne's offense. They were hyped for Rhea Ripley, and they had some pops for Io, but they have not done a great job with Roxanne and Julia in terms of presenting them as a force. To keep having them jump their opponents from behind. Julia's attacked Rhea Ripley and Io from behind, sure, but they're not really being presented as badasses. I said on Twitter, they would have been better off having Julia have backstage face-offs similar to Jade Cargill. Remember when Jade Cargill came to SmackDown? She had a face-off with Becky Lynch. She had a face-off with Charlotte Flair, right? They should have done that for Julia. That's more hype for me than to have Julia attack an opponent from behind and scurry away. Having her have a face-off backstage, it's like, okay, what's going to happen here? That's better off. That's better than having, for example, Jade Cargill facing off with Charlotte Flair and Becky. You get a sense that she's on that level. They had Jade Cargill attacking Becky and Rhea from behind and running away. That's not the same. A face-off says, okay, the promoter is saying these two are on the same level. This is a match you can look forward to, yada, yada. But this thing they've been doing where they've been attacking them behind the scenes or from the behind and running away, and I don't love it for Julia, but whatever. She'll be fine. They have a long way to go. Triple H is invested in her. As you saw from her presentation, he's a fan. He will give her every opportunity to succeed. I'm not convinced she'll be called up anyway, so we'll see. I think Stephanie and Julia might want to stay to work on their English, and I can't blame them for that. I can't blame them for that at all. Why are they teaming up? Because they don't have nothing to do. They have this tag team because they don't have any real program for Io. No program for Io that she can really sink her teeth into. So they have this can they coexist tag team match, which is very typical. I don't love this for Io's reign. I'm nervous about Io's reign. During the match, or during the entrance, they had Io Sky come out first And Rhea Ripley had the big pop, right? The decimal reader, right? For Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is very much still the biggest star on the show. I'm nervous about her booking going forward. I think Becky Lynch is a top star from a storytelling perspective. I think whatever Becky's doing will be the top storyline. So if Becky Lynch is going up against Io, then great for Io. If not, I think Becky Lynch's story will be the top story in terms of time and energy from a creative team. And Io will be, having some feuds, having some matches, but the actual meat of the storytelling will go to Becky Lynch's story. That's how it always is. I don't blame you. I don't blame creative. Becky Lynch is good at what she does. She's a good storyteller. Always fun on the mic. And I look forward to her promos. Give her a lot of airtime. Becky Lynch gets more promo time than anyone else. You notice that? Every other woman does not give the promo time that she gets. Every Raw, because she goes out there, got the promo. Back-to-back weeks now. I don't blame them one bit. It's the right decision because of her mic prowess. She's very good on the mic. They trust her. Yes. They trust her to accomplish the goal. Cut a promo, be smart, make it fun, make it sharp and tight of a script. She's very good at what she does. But to give her that time to cook on the mic every week. Probably get another promo next week in the ring. She could command the crowd. It works well. Good storyteller. We're good to go. Called her Flippy and Dropkick Merchant. Who called her that? Oh, Creature Lives? Let me tell you about Creature Lives on Twitter. Creature Lives, not like Io Sky. Unfortunately, it stemmed from, could be wrong, it's my belief. It comes from a moment where there's a back and forth online between some Io stands and Asuka stands. During that exchange, the Asuka stands felt like the Io stands were taking shots at Asuka, basically saying that Io had replaced her, taken her spot. And ever since that moment, some Asuka stands have hated Io Sky. Not her fault. Her fans were being rude. Her fans are being disrespectful. But it took the fans' nonsense out on Io. So now going forward, they call her Flippy, they call her, they hate her simply because the stands, which I will agree, Io Sky stands are annoying. Every stand group is annoying, but Io Sky stands are particularly annoying, in my opinion. And I love Io. She's in my top 5. I love her to death. Her stands are very annoying. And they took shots at Asuka. Ever since then, a fraction of the Asuka stands hate Io Sky. There you go. That's the backstory there. There's your backstory. If you talk about them, or if you talk to them without mentioning Asuka at all, they're pretty reasonable. But stan culture is so bad that can't separate their bias from the commentary. So they get very, very upset, and they can't really be rational. You can't be rational as a stan. You just can't. You're inclined to defend. You're inclined to argue points that's not worth arguing. So I hate stan culture. Io Sky stans are pretty toxic. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are among the worst stans. I'm not talking about Io Sky fans. I'm talking about stans. Io Sky stans can be very, very annoying. Very annoying. Because a lot of it stems from how they feel about Joshi wrestling versus America wrestling and how they perceive Triple H books her relative to other talent. I remember people in this damn stream were telling me that Io should go back to Japan. Now she's a world champion and getting all these pops and all this great merchandise and stuff like that. And not too long ago, they were saying, go back to Japan, Io. You're not valued by Triple H. Io Sky stands are literally Joshi stands. You're not wrong. They're kind of one and the same. I agree. You'd be hard pressed to find a Joshi stand that's not an EO stan. I agree with you. I'm talking about stans here, not fans. Stans are irrational. Fans can be talked to. Stans cannot. Stans are beyond help sometimes. There's a difference. I'm talking about stans. So if you're an EO Sky fan, I'm talking about you. Don't be upset. But EO's awesome. I love EO. She's great. What else? Talked about Rhea Ripley. Talked about the draft and how I hope it comes soon so we can start talking about freaking call-ups. I'm sick of talking about call-ups. So let's stop that. Rossi would have EO promoted on every Margot PLE and she would have a Bruno Reign ace. Sure she would. Sure. Well, now EO and Mayu would both be there, right? So who'll get the longer reign? Let's not talk about that. EO is not going to Japan anytime soon. But speaking of Rossi, he better be in communication with EO Sky. I think he is. I guarantee you that Rossi Ogawa is in contact with EO saying, hey, EO, Summer Destiny coming up. What's the plan? And the EO goes to Triple H and said, hey, Triple H, EO Sky here. I want to go wrestle for Summer Destiny. Need to know the schedule. Then Triple H told her, EO, Evolution is this date, so can't miss that date. So I guarantee you that Summer Destiny will be scheduled around Evolution 2. Like Rossi be a dumbass to not be in contact with Triple H and WWE about booking. Because he needs to know when will she be available? He has to know that. So he's probably waiting to figure out what the hard date is for Evolution 2. That way he can book around it. I guarantee you he's in communication with EO and Triple H about when it will be smart for him to book Summer Destiny 2025. He wants to do EO against Mayu. Maybe he wants to have Julia. Maybe even Kairi Sane. So in order to make that happen, he has to wait until he gets the go-ahead from Triple H about Evolution 2. The same date as Evolution. Last year, Summer Destiny was July 13th. That's the rumored weekend for Evolution 2 this year. So I think Rossi needs to just wait and see what the hell the date is for Evolution 2 before he books Summer Destiny. Which should be a great card, by the way. A great Mario card, I would assume. Any other questions about anything? Sorry about Cooper Flag. I don't want to talk about the draft. I don't want to talk about the freaking rigged bullshit NBA draft. Money in the Bank predictions. Naomi for the women. For the men, I'll go with who is somebody I can see them giving the Money in the Bank to that could be a problem. Here's an idea. People are speculating about a Sami Zayn heel turn. Can you imagine if that's a plan and Sami Zayn wins Money in the Bank and tries to cash in on Jay? How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like the Sami Zayn heel turn is coming? Do you agree? Remember that one day, that one Raw when Sami Zayn came out there to congratulate Jey Uso? And he was standing behind Jay. And we're like, wait a minute, he's going to turn? Is he going to turn? Is he going to turn? But he didn't. People think they are teasing, little by little, a Sami Zayn heel turn. If that happens, I can see Sami Zayn winning Money in the Bank. Now, this match at Saturday Night Main Event will be huge going forward. Because you have a CM Punk, Sammy versus Braun Breaker and Seth, and the way that story is being told, they're going to have another member. You got to. Right now, 3-on-2, with the advantage being for the baby faces. you have Sami, Jay, and CM Punk on the same page against Braun and Seth. Doesn't make sense. Like, the wrestling psychology doesn't make sense. We're going to get another member. The question is, who is it? Can you imagine if they had Sami Zayn turn heel? Well, that's an option there. No, not yet. Nope. Sami winning the Royal Rumble next year in Saudi? Yeah. Nah, Saudi had the Rumble. Sami is winning that. Yeah, I can see that. I think this match will be telling. If it can show up here. There it is. This match will be telling. If Sami doesn't have any more heel tendencies or heel teases, then I'll say, no, what? It's not happening. But we'll see what happens here. I think Saturday night main event could be huge for the storyline. Maybe the third member shows up here. But I think they need another member. It can't just be two people. I think they need another member to join this group. And we'll see what happens after that. But Money in the Bank, no, Naomi, men, no clue, honestly. I'm not sure. Won't be Drew. Bronson Reed, when's he coming back? I would love that if he's going to be healthy, but I don't know when he's coming back. Beyond Bronson Reed, won't be Carmelo. I love that, but it won't be him either. Won't be Braun Breaker. I don't know. But Sami is getting a lot of attention right now, but we'll see. I miss Bianca too. Who's Rhea Ripley even going to defend against after she dethrones Io? Well, the draft is in sometime before SummerSlam, so we'll see what happens with the draft. I think we need a real shakeup with the draft. A real shakeup. I think we're going to get it. I hope we're going to get it, but who knows? Let's see. Any other questions? LA Knight, he needs to move up the card. I feel like we've seen enough LA Knight. Doesn't ring true to me. Now, Jacob winning the Money in the Bank makes sense, but he's already champion right now. Can you imagine if Solo won it? Solo Sikoa. But I don't feel like. I think LA Knight's time passed for that. But I could be wrong. Karrion Kross. I love that for him, but I don't buy it yet. Solo catches on Jacob. The fans be upset because he'd be using on the mid card, but I wouldn't mind it. If you don't have any good plans for the world title cash in, use it on the mid card. I don't have a problem with that one bit. Use it on the mid card. Any other questions about anything? Jazz is freaking working as a coach right now for WWE, according to this report. That's cool. Coaching this week at the Performance Center. That's cool. What is going on with Hazuki? I think here's a little Doshi update for you. For my Doshi fans. I think Hazuki is pulling a Mina. I think she is testing the waters overseas because she wants to make the jump. I believe Hazuki and Koguma will be leaving. Now, it's interesting because they're working as a tag team, which means Hazuki will be tied to Koguma. I don't know if that's the best plan for her, because Hazuki is a great singles wrestler as well as a great tag team wrestler. I think her days in Stardom are numbered. I'd be shocked if she resigned when her contract ended. Right now, they're trying to travel the world, wrestle overseas, and we'll see what happens. But I think she's testing the waters, get her name out there, so she can make the jump. Similar to Mina. I wonder how Stardom fans feel about this, by the way. Azumi, she's tweeting about her AW run, talk about America. How does the Stardom fans feel about? I think more and more women will be making a jump to AEW. Be interesting to see how the Stardom fans feel about that. I won't say they're in a crisis right now. They're fine, but a lot of the talent, I feel like they're looking over across the sea, looking at WWE or AEW, and like, you know. So we'll see. Low key messed up that Hannon kicked them out. Oh yeah, Hannon within the storyline, Hannon kicked out Hazuki and Koguma. Well, not really. They kind of left. Like a agreement. Maya, what you got here? Let's see. I didn't hear this. Don't forget, I want this back. I will defend for you. Ripley proceeds to do EO's emote. Okay. So she's saying, okay, so this is like, your friendly babyface thing, making clear to the champion that she wants that belt. How long will Triple H wait? We'll got to see. I'm not convinced. I thought it'd be SummerSlam, but I don't know anymore. They need to have some type of new development, something new coming up. Whether it's Oscar or Kyrie saying something got to happen, because if not, maybe they elevate Zoe Stark. Who knows? She needs something. If not, Io's gonna win that belt, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh yeah, because you talking about Crown Jewel? Yeah. So we don't know. Crown Jewel is on. Speaking of Triple H's daughter, why I joke about this. Crown Jewel is in Australia on Rhea Ripley's birthday. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. So she'll be champion during that show because they're doing the champion versus championship match. That is confirmed. So she'll be champion when that happens. So yeah, sometime before then, she'll be champion. I assume SummerSlam, but I don't know. There's a lot of PLEs before SummerSlam. A lot of them. You think Rhea Ripley will compete in Money in the Bank this year? She should. Because it's different. I wanted that for Bianca Belair, but she's injured. This is my vision. This was my vision. I wanted Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in Money in the Bank to have a face-off at the top of the ladder, and they cost each other the match. That's what I wanted. I wanted them to have a year-long build through the PLEs. Use Queen of the Ring. Use Money in the Bank to have them face off and remind the audience, oh yeah, this is the match. This is the feud. It would have been great. But Bianca Belair broke her finger. Rhea Ripley dropped on it for that stupid spot from the corner. I wanted them both in the match for the first time to have that moment to build toward the match at WrestleMania, but he's going to be injured, so no, that can't happen. It can't. How many rematches is Rhea going to get? As long as she's over like a Rover, and as long as they don't build up anyone else, like I said, the next one, she's going to win. They got to postpone it as long as they can, because the next one, she'll win. Can you imagine Rhea Ripley in a non-title storyline? I can't. Not anyone's fault, but Triple H's. Nobody's fault but Triple H. For the lack of challengers and a lack of compelling non-title storylines. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know why they're not doing that. They should, but they're not. It's stupid. I'm ignoring your comment there, Ministry of Dark. Don't trigger me today. Get Bianca Belair to Jade. Get to Bianca Belair to Jade Charlotte FC. Got tag titles to win with Little Miss Bliss. I'm intrigued by Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss stuff. I'm intrigued. We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued. It'll be trash, but they have a plan. They have a clear plan with Charlotte Flair. Will it be good? I don't know, but they have a plan, which is what I like to see. Night is AW. Well, I'll be watching it probably on replay. I won't watch it live. I may wait for the first hour to go by, then I'll fast forward through the commercials. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Am I missing something else? Any big storyline that happened online in IWC, something like that? I think I got the two major stuff. Rip to the Queen. I'm going to miss that heat magnet. What do you mean? Feels like they are going to try to build up Raquel Rodriguez. We'll see. I'm not convinced. We'll see. They finally dropped some new merch for her. Oh, good, good. And it seems like they planted a seed for her eventual separation from Liv last Raw. Oh, really? That would be good for Raquel. I think she has a lot to offer with her size and strength. They could do something else with her. That'd be great. I'm not convinced, though. I'm not convinced. Where's my picture of Bianca Belair and Jey Uso? Jay, don't make me like you. I'm kidding. Bianca Belair still got that splint on her finger. Even though she's injured, she's out there putting in the work for WWE. That finger is still in a splint. I'm glad to know it's just one finger. At first, it's like multiple fingers, but no, it's just one. That one ring finger on her left hand. Just one. Not her dominant finger or dominant hand. So she'll be fine in the long run, but it is frustrating. It's frustrating that she's injured. We'll see. Yeah, she'll be fine. It sucks, but she'll be fine eventually. I just wanted her to be in Money in the Bank for the first time ever, but it's not meant to be. He had to wrestle that much this year. Not that much. Look at these two together. These are the two that Stardom trying to keep happy because these are the pillars right now. Saya Kamatani, Azumi, Starlight Kid. So Starlight Kid and Azumi are double champions right now. Both are in trio champions, and Starlight Kid is got the white belt, and Azumi has the strong belt. Keep them happy. Don't want to lose these two. Making them a priority right now. Their priority. Smart, because Hazuki's going to leave. So the reason why they're treating these two well, because they don't want them to leave. These are the pillars, and yeah, important to keep them around. We'll see how long this booking lasts, though. Probably go for like a whole year. Well, that's not necessarily true. They have been having shorter reigns with the white belt, but we'll see. But they want to keep those two happy. Can't have them go to AW or WWE or Marigold. That'd be a problem. Stardom is in a bit of a crisis. How long is Bianca out for? We don't know for sure. Probably won't be back until like late June, if I had to guess. I hope I'm wrong, but probably June to July. She'll miss Money in the Bank for sure. Azumi is leaving Stardom next year. Possible. Is that why she wants to go abroad? Because she said it in the interview, she wanted a strong belt. She wanted a strong belt. Was that because she wanted to go to America more often and get noticed? She's really been talking about going abroad and wrestling abroad. It's very possible she may head out next year as well. They have ambitions. They both have ambitions. We'll see what happens. Azumi is WWE bound. I think Starlight Kid is WWE bound. I think Azumi is. I can see her in AEW. I can see her following Mina. If I had to guess, I'd guess Starlight Kid WWE and Azumi AEW. If I had to guess, but I have no idea. I don't know. Hopefully, Asuka and Kairi can come back soon to heat up Io's reign. I agree. Money in the Bank needs to go. They need to come up with something more creative. It's popular. Fans love it. They get excited every year. Who do you want to win the 5-star DP this year? I don't know who I want to win. You know who I think is going to win? Check this out. Guess who you think I think is going to win the 5-star GP. I'll give you a hint. Azumi got connections with Io. She does. She admires Io. She loves Io. But I believe Starlight Kid's comments about WrestleMania makes me think that she sees herself in that spot. Azumi's flirting a lot with AEW. I haven't seen Starlight Kid have any AEW match, have we? Am I wrong? Think about it. Sari went to WWE, no AEW match. Julia went to WWE, no AEW match. I think Starlight Kid has not had an AEW match yet. I could be wrong about that. We'll see. Talk about H. You got it. Keenan is on the ball. Hannon. I believe Hannon will win the 5-star GP. Okay. And I'll have to learn to love it. I'm coming around on Hannon. I'm coming around. I like her more than some of these other talent, with the Sayakas and the IS Sakuras, to be honest with you. I like her more than all of the Stardom 2023 rookies that are still around. She's the leader of stars. They love her. They're pushing her to the moon. I believe Hannon will win the 5-star GP. They're already trying to get her to replace Mayu Watani in every way possible. They're already talking about, look at this. Already talking about Saya Kamatani and Hannon. Already kind of talking about it in the interviews. Yeah, I think this is where it's going. End of the year, you're going to get Saya Kamatani taking on Hannon for the big show at the end of the year. I'm convinced. Watch to be Sayaka. I would refuse to watch Stardom going forward. If Sayaka wins the 5-star DP, I'm done. You got Rena? Rena against, I think Saya Kamatani will be champion all year. Whoever wins the 5-star DP will face Saya Kamatani. I think it'll be Hannon. I think Rena, I love her. She's good. I don't see her winning the 5-star DP. I want Azusa Inaba. I want her to leave Hate and go to Neon Genesis. Go there. I think she needs to leave Hate. I hate Hate at this point. Too many women. Split them up. Change some stuff. I want Momo to leave. I want Azusa to leave. I want mainly those two. At this point, I think Saya has to stay there because it's kind of her faction now. But I think Momo needs to get out of there, and I think Azusa should leave as well. Also to another faction. I don't mean leave Stardom. Well, Momo, yeah, Momo should leave Stardom, I think. But Azusa should leave, go to a different faction. I don't love her in Hate. Her look in JTO is much cooler. I love her JTO gimmick with the karate, with the kung fu, the martial arts background. That's cool. Love that look for her. The hate stuff, not necessary for her. She can move on. I don't love it. I agree. I think Momo and Hazuki should leave Stardom. Kanan basically kicked Hazuki out of Stardom. Is that true? Is that like real beef? I don't think it's real beef, right? Storyline was, yes, Hanan and Hazuki. Now, I will say this. Hazuki had some stuff to say recently about how they cut stuff out of her interview. I don't know what to believe. Is it all? I think it's all kayfabe, probably. I don't think there's real drama there. But I do believe there's something funny going on between Hazuki and Stardom in general. But we'll see what happens. I think she wants to branch out so she can leave. I think she wants to branch out so she can leave. Here it is. Check this out. It says, seems like they can't publish what we talked about. And it's totally different from what I said. Oh, well, whatever. That's weird. That seems like, that line doesn't seem like kayfabe. I feel like a real, actual, real life problem she has with the interview. But anyway, part about me shining on the world stage is spot on. So from now on, just keep up with us. Doesn't sound like kayfabe to me. I could be getting played here. I could be getting worked. Like a real, actual comment from the real person, not a character. But we'll see. I'm convinced she's gonna leave. Convinced she's out of there. We'll see. Very talented woman. Very talented in the ring. Singles, tag team, great. I'm surprised they haven't given her the white belt or something. She's very, very good. Very, very good. What, AW star? The 5-star? I was very, very proud of Anna Jay's performance last year. It made me a fan. Anna Jay and the 5-star DP made me a fan of her because of her work ethic, and she tried her best. I became a fan of hers. It won't be like a big talent. It'll need the big talents. It'll be somebody like in the mid card. Maybe even like Billy Starks. Billy Starks could go there. Someone like that. Maybe what's her face? Oh, what's that girl's name? Oh my god, she was a cheerleader, then they turned her House of Black. Why am I blanking on her name? I'm not gonna look at the chat. I refuse. Why am I blanking on? Oh my god, that's annoying. Oh, it's so annoying. No, I refuse to look at the chat. I refuse to look at the chat. What's her name? Not Jamie Hayter, not Tony Storm, not Megan Bain, but I'm having a serious brain fart right now. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not gonna look at the chat until I figure it out myself. What's her name? What am I blanking her name for? Probably because she hasn't been on TV recently. Probably why. I almost had it. Something hard. Not Julia Hart, right? Not Julia Hart. No, it's like something Hart. Hey, Julia Hart. Yes, I got it. Ha, I got it. You're Julia Hart. Thank you. That was more annoying than it needed to be. I got it. Haha, Julia Hart. Woo, that made me mad. I had to get it myself. Where's Hikaru Shida? Apparently she's playing video games. She's not being featured. And barely is Willow. Willow's not really wrestling that much either. But yeah, maybe to send Julia Hart to the 5-star DP. Thoughts on Tekla? I've been seeing a lot of AW fans hating on her since she got signed there. Okay. Here's the truth about Tekla. Her last year in Stardom was ass to me. Is it her fault? It may not be. She was in Hate, the only real heel faction in that damn promotion, and her job was to do the sketchy, dirty shit, like use chairs, throw chairs, and attack people from behind, and be the heel, super duper heel, right? That's what she did. Wasn't that fun to watch? Wasn't that compelling? Storylines were trash. They had her feuding with the promoter, the booker. It was kind of both. Taro Okada, the booker of the show, was in storyline with Tekla. They're feuding. She wanted to wrestle him. It was very weird, very bad. The entire last year was just bad booking. I didn't love any of it. Her in-ring was not really highlighted. So a lot of the time, Doshi stands said she sucked. Weren't really that impressed. Maybe with a change of scenery, she head to America in AEW, that'll change and she'll look better. But her last year was not great. That's why she's getting shitted on. There's very, very bad storylines, not great matches. Her match with Athena wasn't great. That's the situation there. So when they were saying, oh, big signing, I was laughing my ass off. Like, Tekla, really? Not that she's bad, but they're trying to equate her to Stephanie or Julia. It's not the same thing, nowhere close. She's a solid talent. Got really, really bad booking her last year in Stardom. Hopefully she gets better booking going forward. But yeah, it's not a massive signing. She's not. That's just reality situation. She's okay. Thoughts on the IWC saying Willow might sign with WWE when her contract ends? It's always a possibility. We don't know what Willow's goals were in life. She grew up watching WWE. Of course she did. Did she love WWE? I don't know. Is that the place she wants to go? Does she see herself in that spot? I don't know. Never count out the WWE because they have the prestige. Have the prestige of the company, the history, the legacy. So it's the ultimate goal. It's the ultimate platform. That's not going to change anytime soon. So whenever you have a talent like a Willow, like a Mariah May, like Mercedes Moné when she becomes available, you gotta watch out. You gotta be nervous. Oh, look at this. This is Natty's little promo for NWA. Cool. Oh, here it is. Will I get flagged for this? I don't think so.
Kenzie.
Why can't I hear it? What's going on?
This.
Because I know why. It's not plugged in.
I built this. I did this.
That's why.
To survive.
Oh, let's do
But
this.
underneath, there's a part of me that craves violence. The side that loves to leave behind the predictability and the security of my life. You see, I was born fighting, Kenzie. Somewhere along the way, I was domesticated. And that's why my life doesn't fit right now. Some people get fast cars, or drugs, or a piece on the side, just to feel alive. But me, I just need the taste of blood in my mouth. Feeling of bruises underneath my clothes. And the rush of kill or be killed. need to get something else to feel alive, Kenzie. I need to be someone else. Someone who is going to come to your house and beat your ass. And smile while doing it.
What the hell? Is she the heel here? That was something. That was going a lot of ways. I don't know where that was going for a bit there. With the taking off her eyelashes and pulling down her zipper. I'm like, where's this headed to? This came across as an evil promo. I thought she'd be the face in the storyline. I'm not sure what's happening. That was interesting. Yeah. You do you, Natty. I'm happy that you're getting the opportunity to cook here. We'll see if it's any good, the storyline and the match. I'm sure it will be good. But yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, okay. With that note, any last questions? Could you imagine if Willow and Mariah May signed with WWE? That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. At that point, AW would have a crisis on their hands. They have a crisis. They have a crisis for sure. Wow. And that freaking vignette was crazy. Kairi Sane and Xia Li are having a good old time training and getting ripped. Kairi putting on muscle. We'll see how her booking goes. I'm hopeful when she comes in and ripped that Triple H will say, you know what, Kairi Sane, you put in the work in the gym. I'm gonna give you a good storyline here with the Io Sky. Mario Gold Shine Forever, awesome card. Well, yeah, that I'm sure it'll be good. It hasn't been announced yet. Look at young Shotzi. Just need the leather jacket. That'd be a cool look for her. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm very interested to see what they do. Very interested to see what they do with Kairi Sane. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's something good. Here's the question. What's your Money in the Bank lineup for the men and the women? What's your lineup? First of all, hell of a graphic here. Well done graphic. Good Photoshop skills, and that's nice. How do you feel about this lineup? Naomi for sure. Lash, why not? Roxanne for sure. Chelsea Green again? Sure. Jade, Alexa. So this is taking place after the draft. I see Lash and Roxanne Perez. That's what that tells me. That tells me after the draft. No Rhea, I guess. Honestly, if Bianca's not in there, do you really need Rhea in there? Probably not. Probably not. Roxanne for sure. Naomi for sure. I put Zoe in. Zoe always has fun in those matches. She always does a good job. Qualifiers start on Friday. Michin get in? Does Nia Jax get in? I don't know. We'll see. Naomi, Roxanne, Julia, Jade, Alexa, Charlotte Flair. So, Razar, you're convinced that Julia is getting called up? In my opinion, a Money in the Bank spot, if you're in Money in the Bank, you're on the main roster. For me, that's a main roster spot. SmackDown, 2 SmackDown heavy. Let's see, 1, 2. You're right, it is 2 SmackDown heavy. It'll be 3 from Raw and 3 from SmackDown. So assuming this happens before the draft, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Jade. And Raw will be Roxanne. She's already kind of up there already. Roxanne. Zoe Stark. Ivy Nile? I don't know. Without Bianca Belair, Rhea in the match doesn't work for me. Not confirmed yet. Not confirmed yet. Julia is not a main roster star yet. She's still NXT for now. When Michael Cole announced them, he said 2 NXT stars. So it's not official yet. We'll see. They may want them to keep. They may stay down there to work on their promos. Have you seen gross things Jim Cornette says about Lyra Akira? No. I saw what he said about Io. He hates Io Sky. I've not seen what he said about Lyra Akira at all. But he's a clown. I don't pay him any mind. He hates women's wrestling, clearly. Clearly he hates women's wrestling. So there's no point in even like giving him any energy. Commentary about the women is kind of crazy. Nobody really calls them out as much as they should. It's kind of crazy. Kyrie getting jacked? Maybe. Maybe they told her. I doubt it. But I think she thinks that she needs a change to get a push. I don't think she's wrong. Jordan Gray said, you go listen to her interview with Bully Ray yesterday. He said that she needed a change physically. She got into bodybuilding when Deonna Purrazzo showed up, took the belt off of her immediately. They had her come in and they booked her to lose to Deonna Purrazzo immediately when she came in. She's like, you know what? I need to change. Right now, they don't see me as a star. So I need to change my physical appearance. She got built. She got muscle mass. She got ripped. Then she won the belt back. She attributes her push to her muscle gain and her getting toned and ripped and getting in shape. She attributed that to her push. Look, Kyrie Sane is probably thinking the same thing. In order to change something, let me get ripped. Let me improve my physique. And maybe they'll see me differently in the ring. She's probably right. Just like how Jordan Grace is probably right. She's probably right. We'll see if that matters, though, with Triple H. We'll see. I would love to see Io Kyrie Sane go toe-to-toe. I love that. And then I'd love to see Kyrie Sane win the mid-card belt. Give her a singles title. She wants that. She's very emotional about it. She was crying not too long ago. I saw in a video about wanting to be champion. So she's putting in the work. She's getting ripped. She's getting strong. Reward her at some point with the singles reign. It could be just like how they have with Zelina Vega. Give her a mid-card belt. Let her see how she rolls with that. Why not? I wonder when Asuka returned. She's apparently had a torn ACL. Is that confirmed? Torn ACL? Has it been an entire year? I know she had a bad knee. By the way, this is the match that got me in trouble with the stands. when I said that Sayaka should not be in this match right now, I got attacked by the Joshi stands. Anyway, what was I saying before? Asuka cage match. Her last match was, wow, it was a year ago. Probably was an ACL tear. Probably was. It's been a year. Yeah, she messed up her knee bad. Tried to wrestle on it too. Hope she comes back healthy, ready to go. She looks to be in good shape. From what I see online, she looks good. Hopefully it all works out. She comes back healthy and ready to go. Probably gonna get like one more run out of her. Unfortunately, I love more run from her, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully she's back though and ready to go. All right, folks. That is it for the stream. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm hopeful that SmackDown is good. I'm hopeful that AW tonight is good. I'll probably watch it eventually. But yeah, nothing else really to talk about in terms of like upcoming shows, I don't think. I'm missing something. I know that Marigold has a show coming up at the end of the month, a big one. You have Maya against Yuzuki. You're gonna have Mariah against Utami. So big show coming up. Nanie's last match. She's gonna retire. She's been on this long tire tour she's been on. So that'll be over at the end of the month. Big show there. Saturday night main event will be big one as well. Kind of big. Saturday night main event don't feel that big. It's kind of just like, glorified SmackDown or Raw. Not really that special, I don't think. Anyway, that's it for the stream. See you guys later. Peace.